It's been way too long since I've done anything good for the world. Um, so I figured I'll break down something of a sales and lead magnet workflow. Um, Today, we're going to talk about how people are kind of missing out on this idea of something that actually converts. People will tell you that the best way to make $1 million is by investing in something or building a certain business or even e-commerce, which is something I talk about a lot. Um, if you don't know, I'm Sagan. I run an agency called socialmedia.io, which focuses on e-commerce sellers and influencers who want to get into the e-commerce space and vice versa. E-commerce sellers that are selling on Amazon or selling on Shopify or another platform and really want to get picking up with sales, scaling their sales through influencer marketing, paid ads, and social media campaigns. Well, today I was kind of reviewing with one of my coworkers and colleagues about how you can optimize a funnel. And I went to kind of see what you could do with a funnel and how you can actually optimize a funnel to create more sales. And so I kind of dropped this in Canva, just a basic funnel. And I really wanted to just break down how simple it is to actually increase sales and increase your revenue online with a scalable e-commerce brand. E-commerce, when I'm talking about e-commerce, I don't just mean e-commerce in the sense of drop shipping. I mean it in the sense of drop servicing as well. Anything online where you're doing commerce. And if you don't know, I'm a definite advocate towards online income. I've been living abroad since uh, Coco, and I've built for myself quite a few assets that have allowed me to scale my business and live abroad in many, many countries over the past 4 years, including Europe, Central America, and other places that have allowed me to understand what it's like to become a seven-figure seller, what it's like to become a um, six-figure person, um, and I'd like to share it with you. So get this notion out of your mind that it's hard to build sales or it's hard to scale a brand, or um, also get the notion out of your mind uh, that the information that you're receiving from a lot of these big YouTube channels is correct, in that e-commerce and Shopify, Amazon, affiliate marketing, these tactics are really not that beneficial, because they're surface level. Wherever you go on YouTube, everybody is so surface level. Even my own content, just by nature, is surface level because a lot of people getting into the space, or a lot of people who, when you're looking for traffic as a YouTuber trying to grow, you're not looking to actually um, look for the niche. You're looking to grab a large audience or a large net, and that's why people aren't explaining to you the real keys. But today I'm here to just break down to you how you can make sales and how you can go from a product to a complete media sales channel and follow-up system that allows you to make more income. So let me just break it down for you so that it doesn't look like I'm just spewing nonsense. Um, this is an example of basically how either one, social media ads, or two, organic content can increase your sales, and how you can create a process in order to actually increase conversions. Conversions, anything of a sale, a purchase, form submission. It depends on what you're trying to do. And so there's two types of funnels really, uh, and a great resource for understanding funnels is Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, his ClickFunnels course. And there's two main funnels. It's a lead magnet funnel and a sales funnel, or a leads funnel and a sales funnel. Number one, the leads funnel is a way for you to collect leads, a lot how YouTubers brand their specific wide audience niche and gather traffic. to one place, and they'll make a small offer or a free offer, and then you end up in the workspace, like their community, their Discord, or their email newsletter, and then you end up getting sold something down the line. A lot of people have done it this way, and often you'll have that as part of your sales process. Secondly, is a sales funnel, which is directly targeted towards selling. So it's very straightforward. You bring somebody to an advertisement, which is your entry point. Oftentimes will inform you about a product, a lot like Ty Lopez. Hey, look at this Lamborghini, but the books behind me is worth much more. And so you have a hook, you have a free entry point, which is your lead magnet here, or your hook here, for example, here on the screen. And then you'll have an ad kind of journey where uh, it's an opt-in. So here it's a search ad, but really what you should be looking at is the opt-in section here in this funnel. And this funnel kind of explains in an expound of how you would gather a lead and then convert them into a sale. And so everything works like this. Everything works like this, whether you're selling clothes, you're selling a product or service, it all works this way. And if you don't set up the systems in order to create these conversions and sales, you'll never break the six-figure point. You'll never even think about, you shouldn't even be thinking about seven figures, meaning having $1 million in revenue, not even in the bank. And it's something that I'm cracking as well as a entrepreneur coming into the space, as a marketer coming into the space, figuring out how things work and how money is generated is my job. And so how to do that is basically, I'm going to break it down again. And I keep going off into these pockets of blurbs, but I think you guys just need the knowledge, because not a lot of people are telling you the knowledge. I don't like that. And I wish somebody had shared with me this information. So what you want to do when you start out, when you make some content, is it'll be a Facebook or a social media type of content entry point, which is a free video. Hey, I'm doing this and this service, or I'm selling this product. Then you get the ad. The person opts in, meaning they sign up for your email, or they become part of the database, or they submit a form because they're interested in said product. When it comes to direct e-commerce like clothing, they could just sign up for the email, or they could sign up for something such as a raffle, which is also something I'll talk about, which I've been successful with in the past. Then you'll obviously get to a thank you page, which then greets you to a call to action. The call to action can be an order bump, it can be an additional product, or it could just inform you more on the sales process or the information selling you the product. And so then when that person is converted, meaning they've submitted their form, uh, you've been sold this product or order bump, they'll go into a converted audience segment. And you need to segment all your audiences. So if you don't know what an audience segment is, it basically means like if somebody's a lead, that means that somebody has the intent of buying but hasn't bought yet. When they purchase and when they get to this thank you page, or when they, whatever your purpose is, they submit the desired information, they become a converted audience. Meaning they go from being the guy on the outside of the shop thinking, should I buy that sweater, or should I buy that piece of cake, or should I dine at that restaurant? And they go from that to a true customer where they sign up, they do the whole process, and then you want them to come back again. And so that's the converted audience in the funnel. And then from this point of view, you're going to want to lead them down the pipeline. Once you have somebody buying your product one time and you didn't mess it up, you didn't give them the wrong size, or something wasn't wrong in the customer journey, you can then build up the ability to have them buy again, or have them buy something either for a longer time. It's either you're looking for a short or long-term customer lifetime value. So a short customer lifetime value is maybe something like a car, where a car, you kind of buy a car once, and then you could have a return of that same car, or bring somebody else along, and that becomes a new customer journey. Or something like clothing where they become interested in it. You brand it over and over again, and they buy it once, they like it, they feel good about themselves, and they continue to come back. And that's kind of how you want to treat your customers in both cases. So after they become a converted audience, then you start building out kind of this chain of video content. You send them, or if it's not video content here, or learn about your model or learn about your product, which is here right after the converted, either the converted audience or the thank you page. There are two splits. And actually, what should be happening here is the converted audience should be put into a waiting period in which they start getting newsletters, which is here. But if they're interested in that call to action, which is the product that I was showing you, after you submit the information or after you buy the first product, then you have a call to action or order bump in which you get to learn more about the product, you download or you have more information on it, you get the said digital report or product PDF, or you get video content, and then you get the buyer's feedback, the newsletter. And so it's basically the entry point is the ad, right? The advertisement. You go into a lead magnet, which is, or lead submission or form submission, which is ends up being a conversion or a sale. And then you bump it again and you give more knowledge on the sale. Or you sell something else is what I mean. And then from there, you want to get the person to your database. So I walk into the restaurant, I decide I want to dine at the restaurant and I like the food, or maybe I'm kind of on the fence about it. What's important right after you go to the restaurant is, hey, here's this thing, come back again, or find out about our next event in which we'll be selling something totally different. Or today here is a set course of a lobster and steak. Next time it'll be crab and lamb, or something like that. Nobody eats crab and lamb together, but something similar to that where you can kind of entice them for the next journey. And that's kind of what I'm getting to in this funnel. And the whole idea behind it is, in order to be successful, and here's the golden nugget that I'm trying to break down and trying to give you guys. You won't be successful on e-commerce, you won't be successful online unless you have good processes like this, where you can actually mark each flow down of how you're going to do the sales process, from the advertisement, which is the lowest point of entry. You can kind of think of that as like opening the doorway, to the latest point of entry, or the customer members room, or the lounge where all the customers are happy and loyal to your brand. And so you have to develop these systems in order to continue to create sales. If you don't do this, you won't get the sales right, and you won't get recurring buyers. I've built followers and pages of over 1 million, organic, non-paid. And because I didn't have this when I was 16, 17 years old, I wasn't able to create wealth. And these are the things that I've seen $1 million companies that I've worked for create real success, is planning the step, the customer journey from beginning to end, and understanding what the behavior is like for your ideal customer profile. So I hope that helped, guys. But if you want to learn a little bit more about funnels, if you want to learn more about workflows and marketing and how to create more sales on the technical side, I'm really into that right now. I'll be making a lot more content, and I'm trying to get to one video per day, but at most I'll probably end up doing about 2 to 3 videos per week. So if you guys like that content, please give it a like. If you're totally confused and if I didn't do this right, just comment below or give me a message. And if you want to learn more, and if you're an e-commerce seller, or if you're thinking about doing e-commerce, do some research about it and then come back to me. But if you want to learn more about services or how we can help you, then just give me a message and I'll be happy to give you some tips. All right. Thanks, guys. And another thing, below, I'll probably link a free resource so that you guys can become a part of my email list, but also so you guys can sell more. All right. Thanks, guys. It's been a good time. I appreciate you. Peace.